Hello, everybody. How's it going this evening? This is all handmade Connie, and I just wanted to come around and try my internet out again because I kind of bumped it up just a little. And I hope maybe I'm not just sitting around with my mouth open, frozen all the time. That drives me nuts. Can't stand so more one, but I I don't know. All I could do was stay frozen. So I thought that I would try it again, see how it would work, just kind of work out some kinks here and there, and maybe, hopefully, I won't sit around froze the whole time. Hey, Frog, you went a knitting. How are you, Miss Jennifer? And my Carrie. Thank you, ladies, so much for coming and sitting with me. I just wanted to make sure that this internet thing was working a little better than it was with the Southern Sisters because all I could do was sit and be froze. And that's not good. Hi, Amy. How are you today? Thank you so much to be here. Ooh, Froggy says it's a great picture. Mm, mm. I'll take that. I just wanted really to make sure this internet was working because Maureen really, with my crochet story, wants me to do the Southern Sisters with her. And we have a lot of fun doing that. It's not that I didn't want to do it, I wanted to, but I can't stand to sit around froze up. So if this works pretty good, then what we're going to do is tomorrow I'm going to try to join her again. So we're going to work it out, see how it can get. How it can get. We may be a horrible mistake, but it can't be any worse than me sitting around going, "Ooh, Lynette. Hey, Lynette with Coffee Angel Crafts. And Who the Knitter, Roberta. How are you? How's everybody else doing? You guys got it good tonight? I hope so. I really hope so. Like I was telling earlier, I'm just trying out my internet. I bumped it up just a little bit to see if I can not be frozen all the time. And hi, Dory did it. How are you, Miss Dory? How are you? How are you? And Froggy says that welcome in everyone. And I did want to, while I'm on here, kind of give just a little update on my Sophie because I haven't been able to uh, get on the internet and do my videos like I wanted to. Like I said, all I could do was sit and be frozen, and I don't like that. That's not a video. That's I don't know what you call stuff, but it ain't a video. But we're doing Sophie's Universe. Um, Carrie has the crochet along with Carrie the Yarny Elephant, and we're all doing a Sophie to try to help everybody along. We've got Zoom room, so you can come in there, get help when you need it, or just encourage her to that doing videos along with everybody else. But like I said, I don't like the freezing up stuff. So I don't know whether it's going to be enough internet boost or whatever you want to call it. I don't know if it's going to work so well. We're trying it to see. But I thought I would just show. I'm doing my Sophie in embroidery floss. I'm wanting to try to make it as little as I could get it. I saw the micro Sophie that was on the website that another lady had done. It wasn't Deidre, it was another lady. And she did it with embroidery thread. And hers came out to be, I want to say it was about 10 inches squared. The total Sophie. I mean, the total Sophie. It's absolutely stunning. And I thought, I'm going to try that and see if I can do that. But I couldn't. I couldn't feel the thread in my fingers to make any kind of tension or anything. This finger doesn't work so hot anymore because I broke it really badly and it never healed up straight. And I don't have a whole lot of feeling in it. So when I cross the thread over my fingers, I can't feel it. So I had to go up in the floss to a complete um, section, I guess you could say. Most people, when they do embroidery, they get the embroidery um, floss and they separate it before they start doing their embroidery. And I'm sorry, who the knitter, I know you're Bryn Michelle, but it's been a while there, so it never passed it. I knew you're Bryn Michelle. But I started trying to separate the floss into three and three, and I still couldn't feel it in my hand. So I went with the whole complete strand and tried it that way, and I could feel that just fine. So I started working to see what I could do, and this is where I've come to so far. And I hope my light doesn't just blow it plumb out of proportion. That's pretty true to color right about there. It's almost to the end of part four. I like two rounds being finished with part four, and then doing the optional flowers that you put on these little shells. Here, let's make it square. You can put optional petals on these little squares. I mean, shells. And I'm gonna do that as well. I always thought those were so pretty, but it's pretty close to the colorway. This right here is more of a sandy color. This round here, a sandy kind of tan color, but from here to here, the edge of this circle, that is the end of part one. Or not there. I'm sorry, wrong circle. This one, from here to here, is the end of part one when you're doing your Sophie. And you can measure that when you're finished with part one. Okay, measure across it and times it by 10, and that will be approximately the whole Sophie when you're finished, the size that it will be in inches. That's what it was. So my total Sophie, the whole blanket, when I'm finished with the floss, should be a 30-inch blanket. Or not really a blanket because it's embroidery floss. It's going to be more of a wall hanging, I guess you could say. And that's what I intend on doing with it. Whether I finish it or whether I don't, I intend on putting it on my wall just for me, just to say that I could do it. That's the only reason. Hey, Janice, how are you this evening? Hope you're doing well. But I just wanted to kind of show it off a little bit. You know how everybody likes somebody to say you're doing a good job. I'm one of them somebodies too. I like for somebody to tell me I'm doing a good job, even though I know when I make a mess. So, you know how that is. But I'm not going to stay very long at all. I just wanted to get on here and see how it would work. I'm not really planning any certain amount of time that I'm going to stay. So if anybody's got any kind of questions or anything like that, you can ask me. I'll try to answer. You're working on your Sophie too, Janice. Thank you so much, Dory. It's not nearly as hard as you guys think it is. It is small, Froggy, very small. And my friend, one of my Zoom friends, best friends, got me a magnifying light for my birthday, which was month before last, I think. And oh, I don't think so, Froggy. I love you, but I don't love you that much. Sorry, just saying. Um, the magnifying light has helped a lot. And, the old lady glasses, everybody has to have them sooner or later. But it's not nearly as hard as anybody would think. It's just you have to slow down a lot more than you would with regular yarn. Hi, Jen Reese. How are you? I'm so glad you got to come. Um, when you're using yarn, you can kind of be in more of a hurry because it slides really easily on your hooks. Floss doesn't slide so easily. It's more sticky, and when you're doing your stitches, you have to pick up all six strands when you're pulling it back through your stitch. That's the only um, drawback that I've found so far. But I said I was going to try, and I'm going to try. I might not can finish it. That's just something that I'll have to wait and see. I may give up. I'm using I started using a little bit crochet hook. And when I changed hooks, and that was for the part up to here with the crab stitch for you ladies that are doing it, you know exactly where I'm talking about. Right here on that circle. All this in here was with a 1 millimeter. And when I went up my hook size, like it recommends that you do, I did go up to a 2 because I was having a pretty hard time with the 1. So I went up to a 2. And from there out is 2. And it's curling a little bit. Oop, get it on the screen. It's curling a little bit on the corners now, but I'm not sure that that's not just because it is floss, because it lays pretty flat when you lay it on a table. So I started with a 1 millimeter and I've moved up to a 2, and I'll probably finish it with the 2 unless I have a problem with it really curling in. Hey, Tiffany, how are you? I hope you're doing well. And Sandra SC, how are you? I'm so glad you girls just got to come in here tonight. I didn't figure I'd have nobody. I really didn't. But I mean, this is just a surprise. All I was really going to do was test my internet and see if it was working better than the first few times I tried with Maureen, because that freezing and sitting with your mouth open is not a good look on anybody. Just saying. But I think I have proved my point. My internet is better. So, Maureen, if you're watching, we're on for Southern Sisters tomorrow. So, we'll try to work that out in the morning. I think it's at 10 o'clock. Don't to it. I'm not exactly sure what time it is that we're supposed to go on. I think it's 10, but I do know that it's scheduled for Maureen's channel, but I don't know if she'll want to change it to mine or if she's going to wait until next week for that. I think we'll wait till next week for mine. Um, and thank you, Janice. I love the floss too, and the embroidery thread that I saw. If you haven't seen it, oh my heavens, you need to go see it because it will blow your mind. Go to the website, the original website, scroll all the way down to the bottom, and it'll tell you a micro Sophie and the alternate universe Sophie and something else. There was another one, but I can't remember now what it was. And if you click on that, it'll take you to um, another web page that opens up where the lady did it with the embroidery thread, one strand of embroidery thread. Amazing. It's, if I'm not mistaken, the whole thing is like 10 inches square, and it's complete. A whole Sophie. It's not a part of one. She didn't give up and quit halfway. She went all the way with it. And she entered it in her um, county fair, I believe it is. And she, of course, she won first place. And she's got it framed in a picture frame on her desk. You can see it where she took a picture of it on her desk. And that thing is gorgeous. I've never seen anything so pretty in my life. And if you think about how hard it is to do the Sophies with yarn, and how, well, not hard, how, what should I say? Not hard, because it's not hard. How time consuming it is to do the Sophie in yarn. Just think about one little strand of thread like you would sew with a needle and thread, and she completed it. It's amazing. Hello, Laura. I am so glad that you got to come talk with us tonight. Yeah, definitely challenging, Tiffany. I think I could have it if I could have felt the thread on my hand, but I couldn't feel it. So I had to go up with my embroidery floss. And I did get the thread and things that I needed, but I wasn't able to use it because of not feeling it. But now she started out with a point 0.3 millimeter crochet hook, if I'm not mistaken. And then she moved up to like a point 0.5. Then she moved up to a 1, and then a 1.5. And I think 1.5 millimeter is as big of a crochet hook as she used. And you can't even find them hardly that small anymore. You have to like get antiques off of Amazon and things like that. They don't they don't make them that small. The smallest that they come now is a point 0.5 usually. Now I've not made a point of doing a super search to see if I could find that small of a one to order. But I know I saw one or two now on, and they were like $15 a piece, and I just I couldn't see that because this was going to be a one-time thing. Believe me, one time. That's it. Done. No more on this floss. I may do a million more Sophies in yarn, but I'm not going to tackle another floss. Nope, 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 nope. Not at all. But I am going to tackle the Sophie's alternate universe on a blanket that I've had started for a while and had to put to the side. You know, somebody wanted a birthday present or somebody wanted whatever, and I just put it to the side. It's on, think about row 80, 79 or 80, something like that. And to do Sophie's alternate universe, you stop, I think, at 89, I want to say. I'm not positive. You go back to round 30, I believe it is, and you start over again. And then you take the center, the circle center, Sophie's mandala. You half it. You put just the circle like that on the corners. And that makes your square for your Sophie. Okay. Then you come back with what they call Betty's beautiful border, which this lady made this up at times along was going on the very, very first time. And you go around it with that to finish squaring it up. And it makes a lot bigger blanket, from my understanding. So I'm going to try that with a blanket that I've already got started, and I'm doing it in the mandala ombre, cool color. It's blacks and whites and gray. I think Maureen is doing one in the same colors. So if you want to see that color ahead of time, go check her out over at My Crochet Story. I think she put up a video earlier showing her Sophie. So you guys go check that out. And check out everybody else's too. Everybody's got some beautiful stuff they're making. Oh my goodness. And the color choices, stunning, stunning. The ones Carrier making are beautiful. I mean, beautiful. The one Froggy you're making, Froggy's doing a solid color, and she's doing one with the multicolors on it. Out of a kit, I believe that she ordered, so it'll be the colors that originally came on the blanket, and all these ones that they're doing that. I mean, they're stunning. That's all you can say about it. I don't know how they pick out them gorgeous colors something. I mean, I do good to pick out pink and purple to go together most of the time. I mean, my imagination when it comes to colors is not very good at all. I just have to throw it on there and try it. If it looks good, go with it, and if it don't, take it off and try something else. So um, that's the way that works. I'm sorry, my dog come over here and laid on my feet. So um, they're all beautiful work. And everybody that's making one, you can absolutely be proud of every stitch you've made. Every stitch, whether this is your first Sophie or whether this is your 50th, you can still be proud of every stitch you made because it takes determination and patience. I don't care what anybody else tells you. I've done it enough. I know it takes patience. You have to have the determination to say, I'm going to finish this blanket. It's going to be an heirloom prize in my family. And it can be. It most certainly can be. So, you guys, I wasn't going to get on here and preach. I wasn't going to. Thank you so much, Lynette, for dropping in. Tell that bunch of kids of yours I said, hey, you be careful. I want whether or not I sit around with my mouth open, I'm going to be able to test. So I love all you guys, and I thank you so much for taking a minute to stop by. And join us tomorrow. We're going to do Southern Sisters. And when me and Maureen gets together, there's no telling what kind of trouble we'll get into. So y'all stop and see us, and we'll have a good time together. Okay? Yes, it is a work of love, Janice. It definitely is. And everybody, no matter what, blessing to somebody, make it a point that you can be a blessing to somebody else. I love you guys. Thank you so much. You have a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow.